back to the other side of the stage. I see that so much around this level of play, honestly. Is giving away the space where it's not necessary, and this time 3 actually calling out the backdash with that move there to go ahead and confirm that kill. Violet's dash not being the greatest at all.
Yeah, the patient from part E, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with E. The patience from E to understand that you can take all the space back on the stage, but you don't have to force your way into a bad position is what allowed for that stock to be taken and to continue this lead.
Absolutely. I would love to start seeing a bit more ledge trapping shenanigans coming in from PK Water. Violet definitely has some of the tools to be able to do so. However, right now, just seems to be getting boxed out, and this damage is going to be so much. Looking for the extension off that platform, too. Honestly, it looks to me that E is kind of locking out this moment. This is likely going to be a stock.
Oh, yeah,
barely.
Didn't read the DI out there. Yeah, again, you have to either be able to press a little bit further forward before using the up B, but it doesn't seem to matter at all.
No, it does not, because if you just keep forcing them into tech scenarios over and over again, eventually you're just going to catch them, right?
Now, just a reminder for you guys, this is a crew battle, which means that the stocks taken are the important things that you're going to see. Finally, we do take that first stock down. Very crucial before using your last one. You do not want to go down 3-0 and basically have a fresh character for the rest of your team to play against.
And of all the fresh characters to have, a fresh Kazuya is horrifying.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
PK Water seems to be getting a stride, and an unfortunate SD. We're actually down to 1 stock apiece, and this would not have been expected. You would have seen what was happening before for sure.
Jump must have gotten eaten on the rise, and so they thought they had Jump, fell a little bit too fast and wasn't ready to use the other recovery option to get back. So evened up quite a bit, but to what end, right? 2 stocks is still important. Even if you lose right here, you did get 2 stocks down. I'm upset.
I am too, and honestly, my response to that would also just be to back away. So it's unfortunate, but that is just the game that we play. But just like that, if any of these hits, it will be a stock.
Stop it. Like, you're stop it. I just, sorry.
You see, here's the thing. Eventually, one of those isn't going to be an up smash. It will be an electric wind god fist that will get powered through. And just like that, we almost saw it happen right there, right?
I was a little bit worried for that one.
All it takes is 1.
Honestly, I'm rooting for Water at this point. Like, you can't get away with this every time. Kazuya does have more than 3 moves, if you can believe it.
He doesn't need to, unfortunately. Here we go, getting away with that attack as well, catching that backdash once again. A lot of PK Water just trying to drift away from the Kazuya.
That was a nice little poke back to get yourself some safety back to ledge, but tech chasing, understanding that Water has been rolling out on every disadvantage, even in the corner, and chasing to grab in the corner is a crazy choice, but I guess if you know your character's limits, then you know what kills.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the thing. Water has been doing that the entirety of the set, right? The entirety of that game where his default defensive option was almost always roll out or dash away, and that is where he was getting most of his stock taken. We saw it on that second stock on the platform, rolled out into that side B, getting that confirmed with the command grab, as well as rolling out on that last stock, getting that grab and killing there as well. Didn't really choose almost any other defensive options and really struggled to maintain control of center stage, often giving it up for free. Understandably so, for fear of Kazuya just kind of running at you.
Right, and it was close to just being a 3-0 straight up. A series of questionable decisions from E allowed PK Water to find a lot more momentum in that game, a lot better openings, because ultimately there shouldn't have been any situation based off of how the first 2 stocks were taken that E gave up any of that space.
Absolutely.
E gave up any of that position. E gave up any of that damage. And so it was just a matter of, I have to assume, trying to force out aggressive bad options at poor spacing that allowed Water to force 2 stocks out. So not a fumble necessarily, because you still did win,
right?
But it felt like it could have been more.
Absolutely. And that's the thing with Kazuya in general, and it's so difficult, more than almost any character in the game. You give Kazuya an inch, he's going to take it a mile.
Yeah.
Right? And so even though Water was getting some of those punishes one after the other, the forward or the backhand stuff here, it didn't really matter, because once he got his hands on him, once E just got his hands on him, it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much, and Kazuya will oftentimes outweigh all the questionable decisions they made before when they just hit you once in neutral. And that's all it really takes. With that said, only has 1 more stock left to play with, but we know what this character is capable of. Only 3 neutral interactions is all that would be required in order to win this next game potentially.
So UW just sent their next player on, so I believe that means that UW has 9 stocks and St. Cloud Street has 10 because they kept their player on the board. So St. Cloud up a stock at the moment as UW sends in their next player. I like the glasses; they look like mine.
As do I. Yeah, I'm curious to see who they sent in versus Kazuya. Very polarizing character, to say the least. Maybe they have a zoner person in their pocket on their team. For UW, I think that would definitely be the best thing to send is the Kazuya for sure. I would not send in somebody who's going to be required to scrap with him like that Byleth is going to be required to for sure.
Getting started in this, we see the fist bump come out, and we're getting straight into the action. Ice Climbers, yeah, speaking of polarizing.
Right, this is probably equally polarizing, honestly.
God.
One of the only characters who is known for honestly destroying most of the scrappers in the game. I don't know how well he will be able to do into Kazuya, though. That is the real question.
Yeah.
I have never actually seen this matchup before.
I can't say that I have either.
That's what Crew's all about, though.
So UW has shown themselves to have Byleth and an Ice Climbers so far. We're going to keep track of this so that we can keep up with you guys for the future games.
Right,
but
it's already looking
started,
very good. And
my God.
One of the things that I'm already liking more in this first game here is kind of popping E up onto the Kazuya, right? A lot of the times putting Kazuya in the corner can be good, but his ground options are so oppressive and so scary. Speaking of which, that up smash is going to kill so early, and just like that, that is the second stock getting a mix up on the DI as well. And you sing their praises, and you have to sing for their downfall as well, unfortunately.
Oh my God, off of such a strong opening at this point too. It looks like it's going to continue, right? Just keep poking Nana out if you're not getting Popo back in to save.
Absolutely. Honestly, we're seeing some shades of Brawl right now because splitting up the Ice Climbers so well, and just like that, 2 stocks down, and what do we say? He has won neutral twice.
Oh my.
He has won neutral twice, and that is really all it takes.
I mean, but how much is this actually attributed to Kazuya's strengths versus swinging at essentially just air and getting whiff punished for it non-stop? I think that's been the last 7 interactions.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Honestly, what a monster of a first player to send out 62% on this Ice Climbers player right now. And honestly, that is so scary, and it's dead. It is now Sopo versus Kazuya,
no.
and I'm worried. Sopo does not have the greatest recovery. It's off
That's
the
it.
stage. It's going to die, and just like that,
That's
that was
it.
basically a 1-minute game.
Wow. Okay, St. Cloud's gonna maintain the 1 stock on their first player as we have 6 stocks remaining for St. Cloud.
Listen, so I know you've been getting into 2x KO, so you know
Excuse me,
about
for
that.
UW. 6 stocks remaining for UW.
You know about the happy birthday. Now, what is it if one player sweeps a whole crew? what is the name for that?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
We need a name for that because honestly, at this point with the momentum he has and the track he's on, unless they have a monster as their anchor, it is looking kind of scary.
No, it's not really a party because they're coming in 1 by 1 and then leaving dejected and sad. So the DMV? That's the best I got.
That's so accurate. Maybe we could coin that term here. Call a one-man sweep the DMV.
The DMV. But I don't want Delaware and Delaware, Maryland, Virginia to co-opt it into thinking that it came from their region. So
right.
we'll have to be careful with that one. MDVA does like to steal. No, I'm not gonna slander.
Yeah. No, drop some recommendations in the chat for what we should call that because I'm curious to see what interesting things you guys can come up with. I'm also curious to see who can take down this monster right now because he is being sweeping through people. Not to say his opponents haven't been giving him some hammies.
No.
Right? Because obviously there's been a couple SDs here and there, but honestly, just keeping your composure going into player after player is impressive in and of itself, no matter who you play.
And the Ice Climbers is a theoretically good pick.
Absolutely.
Right?
It should be. Versus any scrapper, Ice Climbers, like, I play Wolf. That is my main, and Ice Climber is one of the characters I never want to see.
Yeah.
It's a miserable experience. And so
Valid.
to be able to play the way that he was, honestly doing a very good job of just the basics of Ice Climber, splitting them up, edge guarding the Nana, doing the 1v1 versus Popo, not mashing too much after you hit just one of the climbers because you always know the other one can reversal you, right? He nailed kind of all that, really.
Yeah, the basic fundamentals of playing against Ice Climbers, and then it seemed like the wheels kind of fell off for the Ice Climbers for UW after that.
So here we go. Let's see. This time, 6 to 10 stocks is not what you want to see right now.
Yeah.
If you are this player right now. We actually have a little bit of counter picking going on flat. Let's see. We banned the flats. A great idea. Or so I thought. It looked to me that Town and City was still open. I do not agree with that at all. Especially considering that I think he's proven at this point that he has most of these conversions pretty solidly down. Like, he's good for at least 70 or 80 off of the one hit.
I have to check the rule set. I imagine we're doing the Midwest Unified rule set, which theoretically should be 3 bans, no DSR, which means that you should be able to ban Town and City, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That is the classic Georgia thing. Honestly, they don't really do bans. Like, we ban the flats.
Exactly.
That's what we
ban the flats.
We ban the flats.
I mean, I've definitely heard I've definitely heard Abe complain at more than one tournament about Kazuya having only 2 bans and having to take Kazuya to Kalos, which is, of course, nightmare.
So I'm beginning to think that this team, actually, this school does not have a zoner on their team, because now we're actually going into Korin, another distance demon, and honestly, E is looking very comfortable. Already gets a grab off a missed space fair. Here we go, but does not get the conversion that he is looking for. But with that said, Korin's in the corner, and he is swinging for the fences.
Okay, just pressuring with the electric. This is a very claustrophobic stage at Hollow Bastion, and it's not one that Kazuya is uncomfortable with comboing on, but still not able to find the follow-up on these techs. It doesn't seem to have mattered. Again, as much as I keep saying that for the St. Cloud Kazuya, finding these confirms on these combos is not nearly as important as the rest of it.
Absolutely. Honestly, Kazuya, when you are lacking in your confirms as a character, Kazuya is a character who's going to obliterate you for that so much. Because the minute he gets in on you, it's just going to mean so much more than every time that you mess up.
Dash attack, continue pressure in the center, but just reversal by the electric. You can't pressure. When you have such a long sword, you cannot pressure from that close of quarters.
Absolutely. And obviously, Korin having some fairly safe moves on shield, and that fair, which I'm pretty sure is -5, that upper, which is -4, but you still need to space them kind of well. Just like that, I call that the Das Boot, for those who remember. Put the Tims on him, and just like that, that's going to be that first stock already in the grab. This is a scary situation. Not going to get the tech, but waiting as well. Almost getting the extension that he was looking for there. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh my god, we might actually hit 9 stocks taken. This is horrifying.
Short ceilings, sure, but I mean, you shouldn't have been in that position to begin with. This is really tough to watch. It's really difficult because as spectators, right, we have the unique experience of getting to judge without having to be in the action, and I get that it's very difficult when you're playing against Kazuya to deal with it, but my god, you have to space a little bit better, and look at how patiently in the tether range that E is playing at.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
And the thing is, we saw a moment there, obviously, where that laser was missed. It's clear that a lot of these... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Went down to try to save as well. Respect.
We tried to save.
Things like that, where obviously we saw that laser miss. That laser is like -4 or something like that. When you're coming up against a player who you've watched to slaughter 1 teammate, 2 teammates, back to back, and it's taking your first 2 stocks, you start to hesitate in those moments, and you just can't do that versus Kazuya.
That's tough.
That was a punish right there. That was like a -40 move on shield. There was an up air, back air, forward air, wherever you wanted to do, and it was nothing. Instead, he lands with Kazuya with, I think it's frame 7 reversal landing up air. I don't know why they gave him that, and leading to that next stock for sure.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's that lack of confidence where the top tiers, and I'll still call him that because I do think he is, the top tiers such as Kazuya will just run over you. Especially when it's piloted by somebody who obviously knows what they're doing.
Yeah. The St. Cloud Kazuya, for all of the combos missed, the neutral has been pretty incredible. Like,
absolutely.
That playing in that mid-tether burst range where electric is always a threat, but you can back up, that whole blast stock sequence against the Korin from UW was beautiful because of how much you could see the Korin trying to space out, trying to back up, but being so slow in the air, like decent aerial acceleration, but horrible aerial speed on Korin.
Absolutely.
Because you have the sword to cover so much of that space. Could not back up far enough without the ground speed of the dash and Kazuya to maintain that distance. So you have to make a different decision. You can't jump as much. You have to be able to run back further back. But if you're not punishing it, the St. Cloud Kazuya is going to continue to impose the threat.
Oh, and that is the name of the game. That's what we've been seeing across these first 3 games. Is him imposing that threat. Him staying in that range where Electric Wind Godfist is always that threat. Is always that literally invincible potential reversal option as well. Combo, extender, honestly, God move. It's called a Godfist for a reason. Is what he's getting so much mileage off of. And I want to point out also his ability to recognize when he's about to drop a combo and just slamming the brakes and waiting for the next defensive option. You've been seeing him do that as well, and he's been blowing people up for it as well. Just like that 67 Gyop 420 steps up to the plate with the DK, which makes that tag honestly that much more hilarious.
I will not be reading this tag, but you will be known as the UWDK.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. You're gonna be 420, 67, but you're not. You're not gonna be called anything else, unfortunately. Just like that, are we going to see what we have deemed as the DMV? Because it can happen.
It does look like we're playing on the Midwest Unified rule set, which means that we do have those 3 bans. Okay. Hollow Bastion is the run back. I don't hate the idea
DK can get some ding-dong confirms off of this as well, so he can also benefit from this. And honestly, if you ban all the flat stages, this is where you're going versus Kazuya, right?
Playing under the center platform is a good idea. Using the hand slap to ensure.
Okay, there we go!
And a down air into the up smash. Clean way to close it out. Don't need to do anything special. Don't need to do anything fancy.
Absolutely, and I kind of love the awareness, right, of, oh my god, of 420 to do that because Kazuya's tall, and DKs oftentimes will get away with daring taller characters through those shorter platforms, Hollow Bash, and having a very short platform that's close to the ground, managing to get that confirmed as well because most people aren't ready for it. Into that up smash, killing super early and preventing his team from potentially getting DMV, right?
Miraculously, we have stumbled upon the second player from St. Cloud that's going to be coming up. We've already seen all the characters from UW present themselves, and finally we get the second one. I love the jerseys. I love the school representation. From St. Cloud State, we have. Oh, you know what? This guy looks familiar.
He does.
Oh, and we've got the hitbox. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We know a serious player steps to the plate when they have the hitbox out, usually.
This means one of three things. Pikachu, Kazuya. I felt like saying three things was like a lot nicer.
No. I'll help you out. Okay. I also think Mega Man. I think Mega Man on box. We actually have a very good box player in Georgia, goes by the name of Danny, who plays Hold My Pockets is tag, who plays Mega Man on box, and it was actually the highest single upset factor at MomoCon this past year. Yes, he outplaced his seed by over 100 spots.
Oh my god.
And the only reason he left the bracket is because he got DQ'd from going to the bathroom or something. Literally.
Well, against all odds, we somehow have a lore accurate battle with a box K rule. It's something beautiful, honestly. Okay. I see the vision. I think we're gonna have
quick restart, technical issues. Yep.
When you have a different type of controller, be it a fob, be it a box, you know, sometimes you do have to.
Honestly, be it a GameCube controller, they feel inconsistent too.
Valid. That's valid.
Yeah, interesting to see. I've never seen a box K rule before. Rarely see a box player at all, obviously.
Yeah.
Curious to see how that's even important for them. But
I think it's just it's got to be a comfort thing. They probably are an FGC player, like
maybe.
Games.
Hopefully, see them in a second bracket. You know.
Oh, true.
There we go.
I think we saw Smashville was the stage pick, if I'm not mistaken. Which is going to be crazy to have two massive body characters on the tiniest stage.
Absolutely. I expect them to be scrapping. That is
what else can they do?
Not much else, actually. What's K. Rool going to do? Zone you out? Going with the anti-air up air is something crazy to see. You don't normally see that from K. Rool and swinging for the fences right now. But I honestly like the way that Yacht is moving around right now.
Don't. I can't. Forward air. Okay. Okay, this is good. Parrying the crown gives me a pretty good understanding that you understand how to play against K. Rool.
Absolutely.
That's something that even Cola couldn't do at Cocktail.
Let's not talk about that. Listen, he's sometimes at my apartment. I can't let him know that I was slandering him on Kong.
This is the third tournament I've done it at. Okay, cargo forward throw. Goodbye.
Honestly, wait a minute. This is very good potential. DK honestly being a character who's known for being able to abuse the rage and misspacing the grab after that roll on and going to get spat right back off the stage. 161%. Obviously, DK being a heavier character. But this is not where you want to be versus K. Rool. This is kind of one of his win cons.
That was your one chance to get back, too. Using the get-up attack against this jumping K. Rool. It's difficult for DK. He doesn't have a lot of like reversal options, which is usually how you beat those jumping choices, but
you can't reversal through the armor.
Exactly. And DK doesn't even have like good tools to do so. Nothing fast enough that hits in front of him.
Absolutely not. That is where he lacks as a character, where a lot of characters lack as well, not having a lot of forward-facing anti-air options. And DK struggling as well, not going to get the kill, but it's a lot of very good damage. Getting the K. Rool stuck in this corner here is absolutely where you want to be.
Okay. A little bit more pressure.
Oh
That's
my god.
Nothing you can combo out of that because you didn't land on the platform, but it could have been an up air potentially. I see the vision. Okay. Weird, funky interaction. Hand slap into up smash, another classic. Does take it.
I think that this DK is obviously very confident in his character right now. We're seeing some very good conversions. Tries to look for the reset there, and is not going to get it. Does not jump out of the barrier very intelligently. He's not going to get up smash for it as well.
Yeah, up tilt's not going to kill it right now either. Like, okay, yeah. Charge right through that. That armor versus armor. And two stocks. If you can take this right now?
Oh,
wait.
Not quite. Probably going to throw them against the stage. That's the classic. That's the classic. We love to see that. Some old Smash 4 cheese.
Yeah.
Used to love to do that back in the day. And just like that, honestly, two stocks left on this on this DK, we're in the realm of possibility for a full reverse sweep.
This is a really potentially almost maybe looking like we have potential to maybe almost get to the point where we are considering a comeback as a viable option.
Maybe, potentially.
I like the observation, though, that the cargo throw came out. Forward throw and down throw, neither one of them at that percentage is going to take the stock. And so if you're running to the edge of the stage, very quick thinking from you, I didn't even recognize it, that going for the stage spike is probably going to be the only choice that even provides you some sort of like tangible benefit.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
Like, it's all or nothing.
Most people, there's like levels to that stage spike as well, because most people aren't ready for it, right? So even if they're ready for it, they might tech it and not choose the correct option. It still puts DK in a good, advantageous position to follow up, and that's the important thing. Just like behind us, we hear the kill yourself just once.
Okay, Corrin now coming out for the side of St. Cloud maybe explains why we were doing so well against the Corrin earlier against UW, is because you have one on your own team. This is going to prove a little bit more problematic for DK.
And already, we're seeing that this Corrin is patient, waiting for the DK to whiff some of the big buttons, such as dash attack right there, coming in, whiffing dash attacks, potentially whiffing grabs. Corrin, known to be a character who can absolutely blow you up off of a whip with options like pin, and being able to combo off of things like rising there on those big bodies.
Forward throw to set up positioning, but reversal right away with dash attack. Yeah, if you're shielding against a DK on the top platform, don't.
Yeah. That is honestly what he is looking for. And honestly, if you're just shielding in general too much versus this character, that is absolutely what can happen to you, because he is looking for that tool. He's looking for you to use that option specifically to get his kills.
Okay, but at the rate this is going, it's not great, right? Because if you lose one more stock and you take the next two, wait. It's still doable, but you have to keep the stock. You cannot go 1 versus 3 stock against whoever the anchor is from St.
Hold up.
Stage.
This is scary. No, just like that. That is all it takes.
No way.
Put the toes on him. Show him who has the real gut. Okay. Just like that, we are really here on the potential for a full reverse sweep.
By 6-7 gap 420, bro.
You're really not going to have your whole team swept by a person named 67 got 420, right? Playing DK. Honestly, though, there's something that's very special to watch. One, about crews, but also people who are playing characters that have limited tools. Because sometimes the creativity that you can see from them is something else. Because they understand that when they get that inch, they need to take it a mile, and that is exactly what we're seeing 420 do here.
That's beautiful. Yeah, the characters that have less access to variable options are forced to become creative in their neutral, and are forced to become creative in how they find their openings.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you do see high risk, high reward like options, but what you'll always see is them looking for a low risk, high reward option, like down airing at the ledge. And now we're gonna see something a little bit harder.
So this is the final boss. This is absolutely the final boss. This right here is like the true anything below heights or killer.
Yeah.
Actually, this is what we used to think Palutena was. This is what Game Watch actually is. Okay, the movement showing off what he can do.
A little button check on the way down. Battlefield means that ding-donging off the top, despite the fact that you have the top platform, it's rare that you're going to find a grab on one of the side platforms to be able to combo into that, and the ceilings on Battlefield are pretty tall. So that's kind of taken out of the equation for this stage, but you do have access to a lot better defensive tools on this stage. You can land on the top platform at disadvantage and then fall with hand slap like that.
Absolutely. And I honestly love already, we saw a combo the Game Watch should have run that should have led to at least 70 or 80%, but the DI from Got has been so good to avoid some of these combos. Up until this point, getting trapped at this ledge is not where you want to be whatsoever.
Game Watch is a light character. All we really need is one more small interaction, and then there's plenty of kill options that DK can just start fishing for. Like the hand slap into the up smash wouldn't have killed at that percentage, but with one more hit, now it will.
Landing that back there also so hard with punishing Game & Watch dash attack. Super impressive. Not going for the out smash that time as well. And to get hit with the bomb. Needs to maintain this stock as well.
It was the right choice because the DI in made it to where you might not have gotten in the range of getting hit by that up smash, but following up the up air off of a recovery, fantastic way to close out another stock and make this very close to even.
Oh, what an absolute whip on that edge guard. Gonna be able to make it back after just going back to center stage. Not what you want to
up on the edge guard or what?
I don't understand why. That is your win con in this situation. This character cannot come back to stage, will not be able to challenge the turtle. The claws are just too much for him.
Look at this. Oh my god, the fast fall re-jump recoveries, such great option coverage, but better recoveries even from this DK. And now we've got one stock versus two, and we've already seen this happen many a time before. I'm not counting him out.
Oh, you can't. You can honestly never count almost any DK out, because at the very least, they will have that punch in their back pocket, and that's all it takes.
Okay, looking for the downer through the platform. I really like the use of these platforms as like safe tools where you can still fish for an undershark down air into some sort of combo.
I really like that as well, because we oftentimes see platforms in Ultimate as this thing that is purely like, if you're stuck on one, you're screwed. Right there, you are on the defensive now, and being able to turn the tides potentially and actually get a lot of high value from it is something I really like in this matchup.
Trying to fall back to the center of the platform.
Good luck. This is Game & Watch below the platforms. Here we go. That's an up smash. Wait. We're in it.
Is this it? Is this the massive comeback from 10 stocks to 3, all the way down to 1-1, 106%, and a single edge guard halfway off the stage will finish this as well as it started, unfortunately. But with 118% range, all we need is one more combo.
One giant punch is all it takes. 50% he's dead to a giant punch. Dead to a giant punch for sure.
We don't have it charged up just yet. He's not looking like he wants to fish for it.
Wait a minute.
Okay, good combo.
Okay, that was close.
Oh,
no! The down air from disadvantage. The Reaper of all mid-level souls right there. Going to take that stock in such an unfortunate way. Things you hate to see. Almost saw the reverse DMV, but I know he's beating himself up right now.
Getting hit by an option that was being used the entire game, barely hitting your hurt box off of what could have potentially been a game-ending 10-3 stock combo, reversal combo, is, and also
pulling out the 40 for that.
Not being prepared to DI it, obviously, because who's going to be prepared to DI it? So you don't even get the kill spark. You don't get the satisfaction of the kill spark where you get to like linger for a full second thinking, man, I almost did it. You just lose and have to leave.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. It's funny because what we saw in that scenario is, and I have quite a bit of experience in the Valorant space as well, we call this overheating. So when a player in that space, for example, is behind and they go on like a hot kill streak, all of a sudden they start being more aggressive. They start looking for those kills more often. They start swinging more and being more aggressive. And oftentimes, all it takes is one person to just cut that momentum in the throat by doing an option that's seemingly bad and just catching them off guard with it. And that's exactly what we saw there, because why are you up there as DK in that situation in the first place? If you don't get back to the ground, bro, you know where you're supposed to be.
That is tragedy. I don't know if it feels worse to lose to the Kazuya instantly in a 10-0 stock, or to almost make the comeback within an inch of both of your lives, and then, I don't even want to go as far as to say choke it, but just lose.
Yeah, no, it's just so sudden. It's like, oh, it's over now? Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all I can do is like hang my head and sigh, because I genuinely didn't have words to describe my feelings, their feelings, what the viewers probably feeling. Like,
there's multiple people at home right now sitting just like this.
Yeah.
Just like this.
All four of you.
Regardless, a very entertaining first crew battle to start the day, because it was polarizing to the absolute max. We expected a potential complete sweep, and it almost happened just to have it go the other way around and come in with, and I call these characters a lot of mid-level slayers, right? Your DKs and your Kazuyas absolutely destroy at this level, and they're proving it here on this stage as well. Just like that, we're going to go ahead and go into this next set. I'm curious to see what other school we have stepping up to the plate.
It's actually a best of 3. So we do have the same schools coming back to
Wait.
Yeah, now things get interesting.
Things get very interesting.
Now things get interesting. Okay?
I didn't realize that this was a best of 3. We have actual opportunity for adaptation. And that's what I'm curious to see. I see a lot of that at that mid-level. A lot of the times I watch players, and I've studied players from Georgia and other regions as well, you know, your 2-2s, your 3-2s and stuff, where I'm like, if you just had one more game or one more set, I can see the adaptations that you're trying to make. They have this opportunity now, right? They've been able to watch these players for these long spans as well. I'm curious to see which team has those players that are those thinkers. those ones who are adapting in between those games and in between those sets. Curious to see what they do for sure. And we don't see the Kazi being sent out first again.
No, we do have all of the character data available for these players, and it looks like we're going to start with Corrin versus Byleth. Water coming out as the first option again for UW, but sending in the Corrin early on. That was the third pick for St. Cloud in the in game 1. They're choosing to go out early, maybe hold the Kazuya back as an anchor if needed.
Oh, a fantastic anchor he will be as well. One of the last cards you want to see, and that's going to be damage for sure. Tries to get the extension, doesn't quite get the timing that Autumn needs for it. Okay. And just like that, PK Water, known for kind of giving away this center stage. You've been seeing this a lot. In that first game, we saw it as well. Trying to use Byleth as more of a zoner than actually a sword player. But putting yourself in the corner as Byleth, not the best idea.
You can play a longer range game plan with Byleth against Corrin and be okay. Like a lot of these retreating back airs, I can see being a good option. And then holding in place there, going for an out of shield nair because you know that your opponent's going to overshoot, thinking you're going to step back. There's a conditioning game to be played here. I just don't know if Water is the one playing it.
Absolutely, and I like what you said there. Holding the space there instead of necessarily holding back is what I want to see more. I want to see more of PK Water jumping more in place instead of jumping more backwards, and that's the big difference that I want to see.
Jumping more in place is absolutely apt observation. Holding center right now, not giving up too much ledge, and playing more to the center as opposed to running across the stage. Good adaptation already from Water.
Absolutely, and maybe we're seeing some of that, those adaptations I was thinking about in between those games. Not getting that arrow, I feel like that actually gave Corrin a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Because it went straight through. That looked like a Z-axis moment.
Okay, pressuring back here. You'd love to take the stock right now. But again, remember, in crews, all that matters is the stock. The percent is not a big deal. You just need to make sure that you close out as many stocks as possible.
Absolutely. All right, back to this corner, PK Water pressuring at this corner. I love that, and you talked about that adaptation as well. Not running back to center stage for the rather obvious arrow, instead pressuring the shield. And it was a very good opportunity to as well, because the shield was also a little bit low. If you aim for the top of it, there is potential for that poke.
Down through to set up positioning, reversal from Water, getting back to stage fairly safely.
Trading back airs.
That's a good trade for Water right there. And that was a fairly misplaced nair coming out from Autumn, from the St. Cloud Corrin. I think that making sure that you place your aerials like precisely is the reason that Shattuck is the best Corrin player in the world.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't just toss them out to create space. You need to have intention.
He does that so well. What he also does well that I would like to see Autumn do more is threaten pin as the aerial mix-up as well. So using short hop and threatening like you're going to do fair or back air, and then instead doing an instant pin, which is basically unreactable, can mix up those timings on shields and open up those options. But just like that, option we haven't seen quite yet, being that forward smash from ledge, which covers basically everything but jump.
Running all the way to the ledge and then forward smashing inward too, which covers
conditions the roll.
Everything. Exactly, conditions
most people
the roll.
are rolling in that scenario, and I've gotten caught with that a lot as well. I have a good Corrin player that I play against in Georgia a lot. That catches me at least once a sec. So very good option coming in there. Speaking of what should be a very good combo coming out, but going in with that anti-air from PK Water, looking for the platform extension and just avoiding all the moves in the pivot grab there.
Is that the best you could have gotten there was pivot grab? Maybe side B? Like, I feel like this had to have been a faster choice.
Absolutely.
Forward tilt maybe even, but fighting your way back to the corner, and Autumn gets another lease on the second stock. You got to close this out soon. This is becoming dangerous territory, especially if you get put in an edge guard situation. Thankfully,
once again, one stock apiece, we already have a much closer first game than we had in that first set for sure.
Going really deep, trying to force the issue when I don't think it's necessary. You both have been playing like okay neutral, especially this Byleth. So stick to it. You don't need to over-aggress and put yourself in a bad position.
Absolutely. It's kind of strange because we're seeing a bit of a flip of the script where before Water was playing this very reserved game, dashing back a whole lot and giving way more space. Now we see a lot more aggression where it's honestly not that necessary. Right?
A lot of scrambling right there. A lot of missed options. A little bit of panic coming out because this first stock, kind of sets the tone.
So much.
It sets the tone, even if it's not like the most critical moment of the game, it sets the tone and the momentum for your next player to come in. So you do want to obviously put your team in the best position possible.
All right, here we go. Going for the pin off the stage. Going for the nail with the semi-spike. So this has been a thing since Smash 4. This is a very good awareness as well, coming in from our Byleth player. So obviously edge guarding Corrin rather difficult with the back airs for the air droop and that absolutely huge up B. But right in the center on the top of Corrin's head, there is a spot where Corrin has always been weak since Corrin's inception, right? And so I'm using that nair there and aiming for the top just to get that semi-spike. And we know how Ultimate's buffer system works as well. It's unfortunate, but oftentimes, and I've seen players do this a whole lot more, put you in situations where you're just likely to make a mistake while buffering. That is exactly what we saw right there, aiming for the top, getting that semi-spike, getting rather early stock, and essentially getting like a hard container. Getting your whole stock refreshed on health, starting back at 0-0, and a stock up is exactly where you want to be going into this game too.
Yeah, we talked about it, that damage is not as important as these stocks. No more important than when you're on one stock versus one stock, even stocks.
Absolutely.
Because of how much it changes the cadence of the rest of this. And we decided that we're no longer okay with letting momentum shift in the favor of our opponents. The second we are on the back foot, we put on the metal boot.
Yep. No, this is the metal boot. Honestly, I would, at this point, I would coin him Baba Yaga. That's what they called him in that whole John Wick series, right? And you send in the man who's essentially going to take out everyone. And I wouldn't be surprised if after he likely takes this one stock, we see the DK come out. Because let's just nip this in the bud as early as possible. Because we obviously know who the carries are for both these teams now.
But I like the idea that we're getting an adaptation chance for UW's Violet. You lost 3-0 at the start of game 1.
Sweet.
You just got a really hard-fought victory, narrowly, in this game 2. Can you convert it?
All right. Here we go, PK Water. Gonna have to sacrifice those 2 stocks, which versus the Kazuya on default controls is horrifying.
On Bastion.
All right, here we go. Going to laser in neutral is just so funny to me because why is it working so much?
It's because Violet's ground speed and airspeed, rough, right? You can't really burst in to punish it.
Violet has range and that's it.
Exactly. You're not like a Sheik or a Greninja or something where you can run under and force your way on top of Kazuya. So the choice from this Kazuya to use the laser in neutral, very intelligent.
Here we go, and just like that, one EWGF, one grab, it's all it takes right now.
Okay. Good action, good weight.
Okay, good weight. At first I didn't disagree with that, but the DI made it so it was rather advantageous.
Oh, no
Wait a minute, are we going to see a stock? This is very important. Going up the stage for the end guard. That's going to be a stock for Water, just like that. Honestly, you've done your job.
We're clapping on the commentary, which is like something we don't usually do, but we're just so excited for this. This is great.
This is great. The adaptations are here.
I love that. That's wonderful.
And honestly, getting the good DI as well. Wait a minute, can Water extend this lead a little bit more? His team would be so grateful for this. You know what he's looking for.
Good trade.
And we see this neutral jumps, right? These neutral jumps in place, waiting for these options from Kazuya.
Oh no! You had the right choice. You had the right read. You knew the laser was coming out. It was your chance.
Yep,
you bursted in, and unfortunately, the light drift in that Kazuya gets on the laser, and you don't get the hitbox out.
Plus the auto turnaround afterwards.
And the auto turnaround.
Nail that up smash. Auto turnaround. Honestly, the ultimate Reaper of all souls. I still don't like that. Giving it to a character like Kazuya as well, it broke my heart when I saw that. It's like I can't even cross him up now. I play a character who relies on that exclusively. It's not a good time. Not a good time.
After this crew battle, we got the headphones after the set.
Woo! We will have audio for the commentators.
Yes. Okay.
Love that.
Question: do we send in the DK? Do we do exactly what St. Cloud State did, which is we send in the Reaper as the second we need it, right? DK is the only thing that took out the Kazuya, and in commanding fashion. Is that step 1? Do we trust the rest of our team to maybe try to chip down the Kazuya, leave the DK in the back?
That's what I was going to say. I think this decision depends completely on whether or not you think you have the stronger team with the 2 carries, not as a question. Because if you think you have the stronger team overall, you might be a little bit more comfortable sending in the DK now. And saying, okay, even if he doesn't get the kill, we think we can get one stock and then overpower the rest of their players.
Right.
If not, you might just want to whittle away at the Kazuya one stock.
It's 2 stocks, exactly.
Right.
2 stocks. Even if both your characters take 1 stock apiece, we've already seen the DK take out like
everyone.
9 stocks by himself.
Yes.
So we're not. So we are choosing to send in a different player to try and whittle down.
This player played Corn. I remember this one as well. And the spacing was questionable, which versus Kazuya is something you cannot do.
Yeah. I mean, we saw how it went. We saw how this matchup went last game.
Oh, yeah, it was a 1-minute game.
It was not great.
It was a 1-minute game. But however,
we already saw
these players have proven that they are capable of having these adaptations. I would like to see if this one's able to do that as well, right? You can never count anybody out, especially at this level. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Like I said, he looks very relaxed over there.
Yeah.
Just
A
waiting.
little too relaxed, buddy. You lost a stock already to somebody you didn't lose a stock to last game. Maybe tighten up a little bit. This could be your downfall.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see what the adaptations are going to be. What I would like to see specifically, as a baseline, let's get Kazuya up in the air more. That is where you're the strongest. Let's stop going for all of these corner carry combos and start going for these pop-up combos, because that's where Kazuya's at his weakest.
Landing there into up air strings, or
Absolutely.
I mean, you can't really go for a landing up air because you'll just get eaten by the electric wing god fist. Like that'll never.
Be careful.
Okay, sharking under the platform. Good way to
no.
start. Pressing your way into the center.
57%.
That would have been really sad if that actually killed. Okay, gotta get back
on
here.
this pressure, and I think this is
Unfortunate,
It's a stock. Yep.
Drifting away from the ledge, thinking that Kazuya was going to like press a button there. It's tough. It's tough. You didn't need a 50-50 there, and that's the challenge.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, getting the pin out just in time, because that was looking like a stock right there. Good God.
The back there was the right choice. It was, again, just missed space.
That's another SD.
SD from the fast fall. Unlucky. Unfortunate.
Okay. This is like sending a lamb to the slaughter is what it looks like right now, and honestly, it looks like we're about to have some cooked lamb for sure.
Oh, not following down with the neutral air.
The save.
Saved.
Okay, the save.
Respect,
the save. Respect for it.
Big respect, and not following up on the combo.
Oh my God. Going for a little tech chase there with that neutral be a rare move that we see, and this is a horrifying situation to be in. And he's looking for these just complete stuns. Okay. Did he save her just to flex? That's almost what it's looking like right now.
Yeah, I can't tell if it was respectful or disrespectful.
Right. Okay, not gonna get the up air and letting this Kazuya get back to the ground for free. That's going to be a swift 3-stock and a handshake. Things you hate to see.
Challenge. I don't think that was. I don't know if it was the coach's choice or if it was the player's choice. I don't think it was the right choice. It's clear that the Kazuya is the best player on that team, at least as far as we've seen so far for St. Cloud State. So I feel like, you when stocks are more important than damage, you have to send in a player that can take a stock. And I think that player has a much better chance of taking stock on a different player from St. Cloud State.
Absolutely.
So challenging.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And honestly, this Kazuya player has only been getting more clean with the combos and conversions as well. And that's the scary thing. It's like he's warmed up. He's like, okay, I've essentially played like five games now. I've cleaned up my combos and extensions, and that's a horrifying realization to have.
So UW, off of what was a not commanding start, but a minor lead, is now down 2 stocks, which in a crazy turn of events is much better than they were doing in game 1.
Which is
where
crazy
they
to think about.
Yeah.
Right.
So UW is sending out, I want to say this is the Ice Climbers player.
I think so. I believe this is Ice Climbers player. Remember you mentioned his glasses.
Yes. So another chance.
Right.
I like the idea. Let's send in all the players that got absolutely bodied by this Kazuya
Let's
in
even
game
get
1. And say,
get 1.
We've seen adaptation already. Let's give everybody a shot.
Right. And even if he just gets 1 stock, that would matter so much to the inevitable DK player that will be getting sent in.
It also could be that they're. Well, I was going to say it could be that they're sending out the exact same players in the exact same order, but they're not.
No, they're
it's
not.
already been
Absolutely
mixed
not.
up. They've got that, but they do like the Violet in the front and the DK in the back. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? All right.
Violet in the front, DK in the back.
Okay, already got some damage down, but this is how it started last time too. Ice Climbers opened up with like 70% and then immediately got bodied.
This is what I want to see though. This is where Kazuya is at his weakest, getting popped up in the air just like that and running under the laser is kind of funny.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Not great.
Not going to get the firps, not quite going to get the platform extension that Kazuya is known for at this corner, but has the Rage Art online and just like that. Going to split up the climbers, and I believe Nana's alive though.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't.
Can't combo the Nana, not yet. No desync though. No desync timing. It was close, but nothing doing. So it's stock down for the Ice Climbers. Nothing yet off the Kazuya.
I would love to see the Kazuya Mishima hate swimming in the background. What I'd love to see is more Blizzard though, for sure. Blizzard being able to stuff out the iframes that Kazuya has, as well being the multi-hit move that it is, and oh no.
Nana, help me!
Right, exactly. She's just standing there and watching. Oh no.
Oh no. Tragedy again. Please take a stock. Just 1 stock.
That's all it takes.
all
That
that's
is a
needed.
regrab. Do not let him get away with that for free. He got away with that for free.
Unfortunate.
And now he's getting
Okay.
comboed. The Blizzard comes in for the save. Exactly what we need. Nana, why are you getting hit from behind?
Please.
Nana, up smash something, please. Oh my God. He's just turning around and piecing them up one by one. Oh, this is rough.
Nana could have hit him, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like something, please. Just swat him away. And if you're gonna be bait, at least be bait that lets me up smash him afterwards.
And with 8 stocks to 3, we are still in a better position than we
Than
were
we were,
in game 1.
yep.
The hope is alive for UW.
Hey, the thing is, St. Cloud, their chances of winning goes exponentially up if he can just take one stock.
That's true.
If he just takes one stock, that already turns the tide so much for the rest of his team. Because then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we know that this player can essentially 3-stock almost everyone else on the team. If you can just get the one, we will make it so he has to do that.
But that's how we started in game 1. It was 1 stock versus the Kazuya. We took out 2 full players, losing 1 stock in the process, right, for the DK. And so the DK went in 2 stocks versus 3 for the very last matchup. The issue is, Kazuya has 2 stocks.
Yep,
So
he has to. And
little
that's
concerning.
the problem. He has 2, and for each of those stocks, he will also have a Rage Art, which is horrifying. So we're probably going to go back to Hollow Bastion if I had to guess. See some DK ding-dong shenanigans, but
Say
I
that
don't
5
know.
times fast, yeah.
I am not going to. I'm trying to maintain my commentary career.
You know, I haven't even pointed out that this Kazuya has a hitbox as well. I didn't even realize.
Oh yeah, no, his movement has been proof of that. And you've mentioned a lot his spacing being in that range.
True.
It's so dangerous. What I like to see specifically more, oh god, here we go again, more from Gyat. What I'd like to see more from 420 is some options like DK's, ground slap and the down tilts. I think that makes a big difference in disrupting that space, that area that Kazuya is trying to demand going into this next game.
Taunt out, getting started. DK does actually have the speed to punish the laser in neutral, so I can't imagine we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. And now you see the DK's
a lot off of dash attack as well.
Yeah, exactly. And so DK is hanging out under the platform to be able to punish that when necessary, and then using hand slap to ensure you can't approach grounded, and then the platform above you is to ensure that they can't approach aerially. So good stage positioning overall. This is how we started off in the first time around with these two.
Honestly, I love that. Shades of Melee looking like Junebug versus Mango. This is exactly what Junebug would do in that match as well. And just like that,
yeah.
Ding Dong, now you're dead off the top. That is going to be a stock. It may not be. Oh, going through the giant punch is absolutely crazy.
Oh, that was tragedy. Didn't get the jump forward, accidentally jumped back so the up doesn't connect. Still going for it means that you're put in a disadvantageous
So much
position.
damage.
60% and climbing.
With the rage, I think by the time Kazuya gets about that 80% range, we might be looking at another Ding Dong window.
Oh, wow.
Here we go, yep.
Dancing
Here
in
we go,
neutral.
here we go. Not quite. Maybe one more pump.
Oh, tried it. The air dodge down to the platform. Last
like that.
second to avoid the grab. It's kind of big brain stuff.
Oh, the snatch.
Goodbye.
I don't think that's a kill.
Yeah,
Yep.
but this edge guard will be. Down here? No.
Okay, the forward tilt.
Just go for the old reliable.
Yep, and
Nothing
just
good.
like that,
Yeah.
that's going to be a stock. And just like that, he gets his one. Honestly, I'd be happy with that. Right, he got his one. He
got his
narrowly escaped. Narrowly
yeah.
escaped getting the full 2-star. And I know he knows the mountain that's ahead of him right now. There's a Game & Watch still in the wings.
We were kind of memeing about Kazuya having 2 stocks being like, uh-oh, this is like a much harder position than last time. It is. Already, it's worse.
Yep.
Because you didn't lose a stock before to the Kazuya. So, having lost one now and still having to fight through 2 full players means that you can only lose 1 stock.
Per player.
Not even.
Period, actually.
Period. You can only lose 1 stock for the next 6 you have to take. Challenging, but again, the percentage does reset. So if you can just manage to rack up percentage on yourself and then find the killer opening that you need, as opposed to nickel and diming into a tit for tat,
That'd be very beneficial.
exactly.
Here we
Taking a
go.
breath for a moment.
Absolutely.
Back into K-Rool versus Donkey Kong.
We come back to the tried and true. Before there was even Smash, there was this.
That's true. That's actually factual. And I love that we're going back to Smashville. concept is Ding Dong doesn't kill as early because you have the tall
I
ceilings.
love the idea.
Yeah, but we ain't Chunky Kong out here, all right?
We are not. Not yet.
Not yet. The meta is still developing. Didn't get the second parry. That was kind of a weird positioning for the Crown to come out in. And playing a lot more patient, not trying to force openings off of the Crown.
But already it's looking a lot better for Juno, for sure. Gonna be there, probably into the up airs. No, goes for the slap instead.
Falling back air. Just playing very slowly around the projectiles, approaching with the projectiles, but not unsafely so. That's the big adaptation this time.
I think we're gonna probably see. Oh, here we go.
Still kills. Still kills. Honestly, that was close. I wouldn't have been surprised if it didn't take it.
Okay, so this is the linchpin moment, right?
Yes. If you're gonna lose one stock at 120%, you have to take the next two.
Absolutely. Dangerous, and no edge guards coming in as well. Going for the backer, not going to quite get it. Trying to space out with that backer as well.
That was such a good tech chase. That was so deserved.
That's going to be a stock. All right, Juno, wait a minute.
Unbelievably deserved stock right there. Going down to one stock for the entire set for UW. This DK has a much taller hill to climb.
1 to 5, no less. I thought we were going to see some cheese there. You know exactly what I thought I was going to see.
Oh,
using that up B to go off the top, but not going to quite do it. I think one more hit's going to be a Ding Dong percent. Oh my god. Just ripping these up airs one by one.
Okay, great.
Here we go.
Patience on the tech. Can't get the Ding Dong now.
I love that option, but unfortunately, armor for armor, we see who wins. Not going to be a stock. Let's not do that.
It ain't time yet.
Oh, wait.
It had to be. It had to be for the memes. And there it is.
Getting that, there we go. And unfortunately, not able to put the team on his back. Going stock for stock. St. Cloud as well, just like that. The adaptation is definitely there. Taking very good advantage of that armor specifically.
DK was not happy about that one.
No.
I don't know if you saw him get up from that. Not happy about the SD into the retake. It was like the straightest face, mauling ass, fist bump, walk away. Like
being polite, gotta go.
Gotta go. Exactly. Which respect. Always be polite to your opponents, no matter how disrespectful they are to you. But not happy about that loss, especially with how much figuratively and metaphorically tried to put the team on their back.
Absolutely. Cargo throwing not just the opponents, but also your team.
Oh god, that's so disrespectful. You tried. You really did. You did as much as you could for your team.
And honestly, I can only feel that he really wanted the run back versus the game and watch.
Yeah.
At his core, because he knows. He knows what should have been.
St. Cloud State does take it 2-0. First game was closer, which is crazy with how the openings went for both of them, but we've got much more action, much more crews to play.
Absolutely.
But we're going to come back with some headsets, some better audio for you guys.